been saving things for the Kitchener Essence on Pinterest and making little mood boards, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So this first one I've made is about pearls for the essence. Pearls are one of those things that already have such like a classic appeal, and I know for me, I don't have a ton of classic essence, so when I wear pearls I feel a little bit dowdy or a little bit too dressed up. So I was like, what can I do to adapt this for my essence type? I was thinking about that for every essence type, and I think that I have a good set of images for you guys. Yeah, here are pearls for the essences. So let's start with the classic type, the classic Kitchener Essence. And Kitchener Essence, if you don't have any background on that, it's basically a system that describes features of your face that have a certain essence. Like classic is a very symmetrical, I wouldn't say typical is the word, but like something that you see throughout history. Something that's very moderate. And yeah, pearls, like if you think about pearls in their truest form, just like plainly circular in a classic color like ivory or a natural color that they come in, you'd probably associate that with classic. Well, just different sizes of pearls aren't really appropriate for the classic type. Very gaudy or obvious clasp or additional details, like usually in the middle or mixing with beads or things like that. So yeah, really natural colors that are the same throughout, a symmetrical pattern, and then moderate sized pearls, so nothing too chunky or too big would be good for classics. Next I'll do natural. So naturals, it's really in the name. The type of pearls that would be good for them are varied sizes, natural shapes, things like Baroque pearls. Varied colors are good. And I think that you can even play with the type of metal or the shape of metal, like earrings that mix metal in a unique way or have natural or abstract shapes, clasps. I think jewelry stacks are very nice for naturals. Like you'd have like a beaded necklace and then pearls and then, you know, things like that. I think those are good for naturals. Next, I'm gonna do dramatic. So for dramatics, pearls can really be your friend, but you have to be bold with them. I would go with chunky or large sizes. Yeah, large sizes of pearls. A piece that really makes a statement, so something pretty unique, and like over the top pearls are good. Metal mixing can really be advantageous. I really like the look of this bracelet that has like half chunky chains and then half large pearls. I think that'd be very good for you guys. And these earrings here are great. How the pearl is like mixed or covered by the gold. I think that's a very good look. And they seem like they're a large size. So, but this picture of this lady with the large, unusually shaped necklace, that is such a statement with those pearls, and I think that this is like the best image you guys can have. Like, keep this idea in mind and go with that. Next I'll do ethereal. I think pearls are beautiful for you guys. They're such a naturally ethereal piece of jewelry to start with. Like when I think of pearls, I think of like the sea, and well, I really think of pearls as like beading, like in your hair and things like that would be really good for ethereal. But I'm thinking very dainty pearls, like tiny beads, strings of pearls. I like the necklaces that are spaced, like there is a thin chain with spaced pearls along it. I think that is a very ethereal effect. Including these earrings, they have the same effect going on. But what really stands out to me is the mixing of pearls in like a necklace stack. I think it can be easy for ethereals to overdo layered jewelry, but if everything is very fine, I think that it could really work. Like this one, there's pearls, but the main thing that the necklace stack is doing is giving a lot of shine. There's a lot of sparkle mixed in. I think that if you take that idea of sparkle and mix it in with any set of pearls, it could really give an ethereal effect. Next, ingenue. Now, I would still stay in the smaller pearl range, but I really think about color and detailing with this. Like, you can get pink and purple pearls, and I think they look beautiful for ingenues. And yeah, just the same with like necklace stacks. You can go with more feminine details. I really like these flower earrings that have the pearls dangling from them. I think that's really nice. And this bracelet is a stack of beads with some charms, like some heart charms, and I think that that is really speaks to the ingenue. Let's do gamine. Now, when I think about pearls, I think about like my grandma's costume jewelry, to be honest. And a lot of it, I'm pretty sure, was from the 80s, because they are very large and pretty unnatural and not anything I would believe was genuinely pearls. But I think if you're a gamine, those really work for you, actually. I think that anything like think like cluster earrings. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, well, I'll put up a picture. Those things I think would be really good for gamines. And also this bracelet with the pearls that are like melded into the gold where it's clearly not natural. I think a gamine could really pull that off. It really gives them an edge where pearls wouldn't be too dowdy or too classic for them. I like the look of unique clasps and separators in chains of pearls. I think those really work. Like having a string of pearls and putting charms at the end is a pretty cool look for gamines. And there's this one picture that honestly, it gives me like Flintstones vibes. The big chunky pearl necklace, but I can just see a gamine really pulling that off. Like that is really fun. For gamines, they can be pretty short people, but we're talking about facial essence here. But you might have like petite features that if you wear something that's pretty large, it creates this contrast and edge that I feel like really sums up a gamine. Like, you could use like really thin, fine details, like a small chain, but I think it's the edge and playfulness that you're really going for with gamines. So that's why I like these kind of statement pieces that might work for dramatics, but they're a little bit more quirky and fun and not quite as natural looking as like or it's really as sleek as what a dramatic would wear. So that's gamine. Romantic. I think that these can be really classic, but the way I would alter them is to go with more romantic colors, like peaches and pinks and purples, and mixing those colors in a lush way and having lush details as in like gold, feel like that adds a level of depth to pearls that really speak to romantic. And I really would like this necklace, or not necklace, this ear stack, where there's like a thick, sorry, my cat back there. There's like this thick ear cuff of pearls. It's a little bit more, I guess, a little more emphasized than a classic really could pull off, but I think it really works for romantic. I love this gold hoop with the pearls attached and then the gemstones. I can really see a romantic pulling that off. I think that like a gold detail with pearls hanging from it is very nice. I also think the same for ingenues, but I think they need something a little bit more dainty and small. And for romantics, you can have big, luscious earrings and stacks of jewelry. Okay, and the last one isn't part of the Kitchener essences, but it's what people call the lost essence. So it makes up for things that aren't really accounted for in his system, and it's called Oniric. It's pretty similar to ethereal, like it's on the same side of the spectrum, but where ethereal is described as angelic, Oniric is more described as haunting, or I suppose dark, but for me, the idea that comes to mind is something like austere, or simple, or timeless even. And not timeless in a classic sense, but timeless in like the vibe that like a Victorian ghost would give off, you know? And I feel like these pearls that I saved really get that across. I tried to find pearls that were very spaced and simple and small and would almost like blend into the person's skin tone, or not their skin tone, but like it would blend in with them. I think the whole point is that they're almost, there's something very natural about them where you don't notice what they're wearing or their jewelry before them. They just have like a presence. I'm doing a bad job describing this because it's not really in a system and there's not a lot of resources about it, but I am just giving you my impression of it. So yeah, I tried to pick things that were very simple, that could exist in any time frame. Yeah, and that was just for fun. Those were the essences, and these are all pearls that I think are adapted well for each essence type. I hope that this at least gives you some ideas of different ways to modify pearls to be more fitting for you. And if you don't know your essence type, I can do a video on that, but I think that just looking at the pearls you like, you can get a good idea of maybe what essence you are. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful or enjoyable or fun for you to think about. So yeah, thank you for watching.